name is Scott Haines. I've been in law enforcement for 24 years. I'm married to that beautiful woman over there. We have 5 children between us, 5 grandchildren that we love to spoil. Thank you for coming and listening to me tonight. I have a good memory, but it's very short. This is part of the campaign process. We have to come to you, the people, and that's what I've done so far this year. Since February, I've attended a lot of functions throughout this county. And to tell you the truth, I'm very proud of this county and the many things that go on, such as the things that they mentioned today, earlier in the program. It's too bad that the sheriff's position is an elected one and party affiliated. I am a citizen of Clark County first and a party affiliate second. In my 24 years of law enforcement, as a law enforcement officer, I have never heard anyone call the dispatch center and ask for a party affiliated EMT, law enforcement officer, or firefighter. As sheriff, you have to be committed to doing the right things for the right reasons. That is what I'm going to do. If you're not committed to the people and the problems they're having, then you're doing them an injustice. All business entities, all groups, all citizens and employees will be treated fairly and equally if I'm overseeing the department. No one business, entity, group, or person is any better than the next, and all shall be treated the same. When campaigning, I don't believe in negativity, but unfortunately there's some things that need to be brought out about our department. These are not only problems that I see every day at work, these are problems that the public has brought to my attention, and there are many. 911 is one of the issues. When Sheriff Herrick took over, he asked what it would take to remove the 911 banks from the dispatch center. 911 is a nationally known vital link that alerts emergency medical services so aid can be rendered as soon as possible. Children are taught this number at a very young age. Clark County squads in uniforms no longer have that symbol on them. Clark County was one of the first counties to go live with the 911 mapping. Within the first 2 weeks of being live, a lost hunter was located and removed from the woods quickly and safely. Some of the other issues we're dealing with is recently a 911 call came into the Clark County Sheriff's Department. It was a pulseless non-breather, and it happened to be from a different county. It actually happened to be from Taylor County. The dispatcher, realizing that it was not our county call, was told the person that will transfer calls what they normally do. However, that call was transferred, instead of being transferred to Taylor County, it was transferred to Trempealeau County. And Trempealeau County had descended to Taylor County. Another call that came in was a lady who had lost a purse. And she had cancer medications in there, some painkillers, and some personal belongings, I'm sure, some credit cards and stuff like that. The dispatcher told the person to call back later because we didn't have an officer available. That's not a common practice. We take the information and then we tell them that we're going to dispatch an officer when we have one available. These examples bring about another issue, our field training officer program. The communications division dispatch for our department has been cut in some cases from 12 weeks to 5 to 10 weeks. I know this for sure in at least 2 cases. Those examples I gave you are a prime example of how this affects you, the citizens of Clark County. Administrators are telling the field training officers when to sign off the trainee, whether the trainee agrees to that or not. One of the other issues we have, and there's many, our current policy manuals from the 70s. And there's several of them. One is an older one for sure, from the 70s. Then there's a newer one on our J drive that we call it. I'm not sure which one we use, but one policy manual says we can still detain juveniles. This is an issue that needs to be dealt with soon. Folks, times have changed. No longer can you leave your keys in your car or your home unlocked. I know this firsthand, as my squad was broken into in March. I live in the township of Washburn. They broke into my residence and then into my squad. Thank God nothing was taken. About 4 miles away from my residence, another deputy's squad was broken into. And then they talked about 73 and another place where a residence was broken into and a large amount of items were taken. The majority of my career has been drug enforcement. Illegal drugs are evil. They destroy lives, break families apart, and lead to other crimes, which affects and reaches all of us in one way or another. And I bet out here, there isn't one person, or there's several people out here who have personally had their lives affected by drugs or illegal drug use. The most damning part about drugs is destroying our future, our children's. I attended a training a couple weeks ago, and the speaker said this: children are 25% of the population and 100% of our future. I am going to continue fighting drug dealers in our county and do whatever it takes to stop them so our children can play and learn in a safe environment. I'm proud to say that I helped spearhead the drug endangered child program with other courthouse agencies. And what that is a program nationally known, actually it's going internationally known, and we look at the way we do drug cases differently now. The children are a priority, and I'm sad to say that wasn't always the case. Most of the time when we were there, we'd have the mother call and say, where can we take these children, not knowing if they were going into a worse environment than what they already were in. So Clark County has joined 43 other counties in Wisconsin, and we were recognized at the State Drug Endangered Child Conference in Eau Claire. As sheriff, you have to be dedicated to do the right things for the right reasons. This is the dedication that I have. I'm dedicated to the people who work in this county, live in this county, and visit this great county of ours. I'm dedicated to your problems, your concerns, and your well-being. I will treat all business entities, groups, organizations, and people fairly and equally. In closing, 24 years ago, the Arcadia Police Department saw something in me. Since then, that something has kept me in law enforcement with the Greenwood Police Department first, Colby Abbotsford Police Department, and now Clark County. I'm approachable and love talking to people. Not so much in front of a group though. Any problem that arises, I feel we can work together and figure out our best solution. I'm honest, hardworking, and I care. I appreciate your attention, and please check us out on Facebook. Tell your friends and family about me. I will be here afterwards. I have some business cards that I can give you, and I would appreciate your vote on November 4th. Thank you for listening to me.